Hello again, guys. Yeah, I had to just redo everything. It's working now. It is working now. Had a glitch. My Instagram wouldn't load, so I had to stop and restart. Let's give it 60 seconds, give people a chance to get in here, even though we're late here by a few minutes. No problem. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. Good morning, guys. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, guys. All right, so got a little late start, but I want to get started so I have time to answer your questions. So as people populate in, we're gonna go. So data today, I know Instagram you can't see this, but existing home sales are today at 10. Not a huge catalyst, but the big one, another big one tomorrow is PPI at 8:30. So that'll drop before we do the live report. Keep an eye on that. The oscillators, guys. So the interesting thing, so the NIMO cooled off from 65 to 49. So we get above that 60 mark and it starts to cool down. Now we could see a little bump up before it dropped down, or we could just see it drop down. You can see what it did before at that level. It dropped down, lifted up, dropped down. Now it doesn't mean that it's going to repeat the pattern, but it often rhymes, right? If you look at the NIMO, you know, we dropped now before open last night with the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. Last week, we had this in pulling back, but NASDAQ stayed the same, and that was mostly driven by Amazon. Amazon held that whole index up. So, again, 39. If we get up there above 60, it'd be good to call the mean reversion. If you have questions or tickers, guys, throw them in the comment box. Welcome. If I don't get your question or ticker, go to the link in my bio. Join my free Discord, and you can ask me questions there. You should join my free Discord anyway. I think most of you guys have. If you haven't, if you're new here, welcome. All right, let's get into what I'm seeing. Crazy drop after on everything, and then just a rebound. Look, you see this mean reversion zone? You don't think that there were buyers sitting in this zone and treated that like a rubber band? It's incredible to me that we gapped down open, what is that, 130 points, and then just rebounded solid. There's a lot of buyers in that. So we are above bias flipping price. Your next short is actually going to be into the box. Short's tough to take into the box. Now, you could buy off this VWAP. This is a buy zone in this top green part against everything being short, but you can see the trend status here. The only thing that is bearish is the hourly. We're getting rollover from the 1, 5, 15, minute, and 30. Now, if we get that 1 hour rejection and turn back down, we're going to get some shorts. So we're trapped in a zone where we could have buys, we could be shorts, but in our war room, guys, we're going to be in and out relatively quick on that. And we're seeing that in a number of things. So, excuse me. Look at RTY did. Gap down and found a ton of support right in this mean reversion box. Guys, you don't think these work? A catalyst couldn't even break these boxes. It's crazy. Because there's orders that sit in these boxes. Look at that. Right? So we're flipping bias. Again, all time frames rolling over except the hourly. We'll keep an eye on that here in the next hour. And we'll make our trade. You know, the next short is going to be at about 26.25. And guys, take that. You can take that down to the VWAP. Right? There's 10 points there. You wouldn't want to take that short at the VWAP. It's pretty tough. The VWAP needs a break. Then you're taking it into a buy zone in RTY. If we look at NAS, this is just incredible too. Look how NAS that's a 400-point drop. 400 point drop. What percentage is that? I should know that off the top of my head, but I'm lazy. Let's do a measurement tool. 1.6% drop, and now it's trying to give it all the way back. Tell me when the last time a negative Trump catalyst didn't give it all the way back. It's mind-boggling to me. So it's a battle between long and short here, guys. I mean, I hate to say it. We're in buying boxes and looking for short signals. It can make some tough skating, but if any war room can trade it, ours can. YM is the only thing that clearly sold out of the box here. All right. So if you see, we're short bias below the line, we're short bias below the VWAP, and then the next short in YM is 47,700. But what I'd like to wait for here, I mean, it doesn't have to happen, but if we get a VWAP touch or cross recross, which is a signal in and of itself to confirm that cross, that's probably a 100-pointer. All right, so keep an eye on that. 47,700 at current pricing is what I'm looking at. Let's, again, questions, tickers, guys, throw them up there in the chat. I'll get to you momentarily. Hopefully you guys took the time to watch my weekend update, which was, I think it was out Saturday night, actually. So on my YouTube at Student Alpha, and if you don't like the horizontal or vertical presentation, jump over to YouTube and you can see the horizontal charts. Let's see, gold. So this is gold futures. Let's look at the difference between spot and futures. This right here, it's a 13-point difference, 23-point difference, sorry. So when I give you futures prices to know where spot is, you subtract 23. You always got to do that, depending on what instrument you trade. I don't trade spot because I can't in my state. I'm a futures trader, but the signals are the same. So right now, we are short bias. You can see all the time frames haven't rolled over. So actually our next short, guys, is going to be around 47.40. And if we get that, there is room to the VWAP. So that'd be a 10-point trade if we can get into that trade. One thing you want to keep an eye on is, does bias flip in the next hour? Right now we have the middle and upper time frames haven't rolled over, so the bias is above us. But keep an eye on the correlation with oil. If oil continues to drop, oil will rise. I think oil here, guys, if you want to do some reversion, I would buy at the daily open and definitely at 100 with a $1 stop loss and hunt $2 to $3. Or you can short this VWAP right here, because interesting thing that happened in oil is that once the gap open happened, right? It just parked itself here. Sorry, Instagram, I'm gonna move that for you. It just parked itself here forever. And then during Asian session, it dropped back, lifted back up, but it's fading here, right? You got to think about it. Is the blockade of Hormuz negative or positive catalyst? Well, I think initially it's shock. There might be some conflict there. But if we blockade that and allow ships to come through, it should be a positive catalyst that ships can move through, right? So we shall see. Anyway, let's get to your questions, chat, and see what you got for me. I got a few minutes here for you before I head off to my trading war room, where I trade with and educate my VIPs. Would love to have you guys as one of my VIPs. Well worth the time invested in there. What do you got, YouTube? What's up, guys? Yeah, I had to start and stop my stream because Instagram didn't kick on. I don't know why. I did the exact same thing the second time around. So, yeah, Annika, I added YM. You've asked a lot about it, but I have actually had a number of other people trade it. I don't trade it, but it's very valid. I mean, just because I don't trade it doesn't mean it's not tradable. My system works on any instrument. And again, we'd have to back test it, but I'm guessing 75 to 100 points on a primary read. Let's see what you got over here, Instagram. Let's scroll down here. Morning, Mom. Morning, Karuna. What's up, guys? We talked about gold. Again, gold's going to lift if oil drops. Right now, we're setting up for another short in gold. Short level in futures would be 47.40 probably. Then you got to subtract the difference if you want the XAU. But look, guys, you got to keep an eye on XAU 4700 on this drop. So that's the VWAP. So VWAP's going to be a buy in futures because that's the key level in XAU. Do you see I did that math? That's 40. This line at 47.25 is 4700 in XAU. I'll probably be buying there today, tell you the truth, in the war room. Shiraz wants to know, would it be better to wait for further discounts in stocks? Yes, I believe so. I think we're going to get them. Right? If we're wrong, Shiraz, and we wait and we set all-time highs, then after all-time highs comes in, it's going to be the next time time to buy. It's just different. But what you can do is, I've put out a number in the report, and we had a special meeting last night with the folks at Alpha Beta Report where I dropped a ticker that I think's coming into a must-buy right now. It's just amazing. If you want to see that, it's on my YouTube channel. It's the Meet ABR. It's my last YouTube video. Go look at it. Rather than giving it away here, we'll make people go look at it. But yeah. But what you do is you can start, buying in small lots. The big macro experts say there's a lot more downside, and there's a high risk that we pull back stronger. So we'll see. I like Tesla lows. Yeah, we in our meeting last night. Again, go to YouTube, guys. We opened that meeting up and brought in a lot of experts. YouTube, meet the ABR guys, and a lot of good intel on Tesla there. So see what other questions you have here. How do you get the red and green 1 hours thing? So if you're talking about this comes with the matrix system that's put on your charts. We have the psychological levels built out for you. They're around every key even number psychological amount by the percentage that hedge funds use. Remember, my education level, most guys with it work at hedge funds. So if you get the matrix indicator, it auto-populates it. But you could tediously build them yourself. I used to build them myself until we programmed it in. Yeah, this is the matrix, guys. The matrix is running right now. The only thing I've pulled off are the buy and sell signals. So if I turn them on, right? Okay, so that's what the signals look like. Sell signal 40. Yep, paid 15. You'd hunt 10 on that. That sell signal paid. Now it's going to reload and look for another. Oops, sorry. Instagram can't see it. That last signal that it gave paid 10. It actually, depending on when you got in the candle, but there was 15 points of movement, and you could have gotten 10 out of it, and you're hunting 10 on 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. And looks like, come on. You never really went into drawdown much. Actually, it didn't. That'd be pretty much a sniper entry. But even if you got in late, you get out before the VWAP there with that compression. Anyway, this is the matrix indicator. Put a lot of time, energy, and effort into that. A lot of money. This is my brain in a computer and the most successful reads that we see. And guys, range trading with the matrix sucks. You could be any kind of trader, expert or otherwise. Trading in a range sucks. So remember, all systems break down in range. Drift or range. All right, so let's see what are the questions, guys. Good questions, though. Yeah, Ace, I don't know why. I mean, I expected a NAS. Again, I took NAS short last week and ate my stop loss. Of course, I made a lot of money shorting NAS, so I have some buffer there. But I've got no commentary on the resiliency of these indices against some of these negative catalysts. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to keep my political mouth shut. What's in the indicator? We did yeah, so gold, guys, you got to be aware of, even if gold lifts, this is one thing you want to be aware of. I don't have it on this chart. Maybe I have it on this one. Stand by. I build it out on different charts because I use them differently. Yeah, there it is. This is what you want to see. So gold, prices you want to be aware of is you see that red line, that's the all-time high anchored VWAP, and it's sitting in that mean reversion box. See, that's where I build a box on my own, so you can build them on your own. It's just very tedious. My matrix does it for you. 48.68, right, is where that sits. You can see how we came close. That was within 2 standard deviations of it, and it dropped hard. I think, and this uptrend is intact. I talked about this. If you go look at my weekend update, I talked about this. That and actually in our meeting last night, a special meeting on YouTube, guys, go watch it. It's that information is valid all week. Even if you don't get a chance to watch it today, watch it tomorrow. But anyway, buying discounts right now, I don't see how gold breaks that low anytime soon, right? I just don't see it. So we're in an uptrend since this kind of shock drop. So buying in around 4,700 is good, but 4,800 is good, 4,600 is good, But look, your TP needs to be right there at that all-time high anchored VWAP. At least your first attempt, and then let it retrace. If you're swing trading it, hit it, let it retrace, and then you can buy it again, right? Or otherwise, if you're just, I want to hold in perpetuity, you're going to have to just, if you buy it down here, put a par break even stop loss and just write out that beta, because there's going to be a lot of sellers sitting there. Good questions, guys. Get through some more. The trend status indicator is in the matrix. This is all built in here, guys. What comes with the matrix is you get your VWAPs, your EMAs, your mean reversion levels, the trend status, so you're not constantly flipping frickin' charts, which drives me insane. Tells you how the status is rolling over, but the most important thing in the matrix is this proprietary motor right down here. Tells you where momentum is. About 6 things calculate that. It's proprietary to my knowledge that we've built. But those dots do everything for you. You never buy against sour momentum, and so that's why I call people off trades. And then you know when you're in a trade and you have early recovery hits or aggressively bullish, you know you're going to hit the gas pedal, right? Little secret: volume is heavily calculated in that, which most people don't know how to trade. But there's about 6 things that are in that. So I'll go back over to YouTube, see what you guys got. Do I think MNQ is good for a short right now? If MNQ is 5-to-1 leverage, and if that leverage doesn't hurt your account, I don't think it's bad to let it sit there. No, not at all. MNQ short, I mean, at these levels, just have a stop loss, right? Well, the thing about Noah about buying these is look at any time. Okay, I'm going to say this as apolitically as possible, meaning I'm going to bite my tongue. Let me find. Look at this. I'll use SPX. Every time there's been a negative catalyst with Trump, it buys it all back. It buys it all back. And we're doing it again, guys. Tells you the resiliency's there. So until proven otherwise, why would you not buy the dip? Or why would you not expect it to do a V reversal? Over here, V reversal, V reversal, V reversal, V reversal, V reversal. Bigger V reversal. If it does it every single time, why do you not think it's going to keep going, right? Yeah, right, Annie, go ahead and watch it. Yeah, Team YouTube over there. All right, guys, so I've got to bounce. I'm up against my hard stop. Got to go help my traders. Click the link in my bio. Join my VIP and come trade with me. Get 7 days free. Not only do you get to trade with us, but you get to learn. Have a good one, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m.